Welcome to the Moon. Well, almost. Welcome to the Moon is a flip and write game with 8 adventures which can be played independently or successively in a campaign mode. Welcome to the Moon has standard rules that apply to all the adventures and also specific rules for each of them. Let's start with the standard rules. Shuffle the starship cards and split them into 3 draw piles of 21 cards, number face up. Each player takes an adventure sheet and a dry erase marker. For the missions, follow the campaign book, or else, if you don't play in a campaign, take the mission cards A, B and C of that particular adventure. Each turn is made up of 5 phases. 1. Flip 3 starship cards. At the beginning of each turn, the top card of each draw pile is flipped and placed in front of its pile, action face up. You get 3 new number action combinations. When the draw piles are empty, shuffle the discard piles separately in order to create 3 new draw piles. 2. Pick and write down a number. Every player picks simultaneously and individually one of the 3 available combinations, which can be the same as another player or not. You must write down the number of the combination you picked in an empty space of the marking area of your adventure sheet. These spaces are grouped into different zones depending on the adventure you are playing. In each zone, the numbers must be placed in ascending order from the lowest number to the highest number. A number can never appear twice in the same zone. In a zone, you can leave as many empty spaces as you wish between 2 numbered spaces, then fill them later on as long as you keep respecting the ascending order. Likewise, you can skip some numbers, for instance, put an 8 just after a 6. If you can write down a number, you must do it. If not, then you must cross off one system error box and you cannot perform any action this turn. 3. Use the action. Once your number is written down, you can, but you don't have to, use the action of the combination. You will perform the same 6 actions in all adventures, but in different ways depending on the adventure you're playing. Here is the general description for each action. The robot action allows you to connect, build or explore different parts. The water and plant actions allow you to collect resources and earn points, but only if you write the number in specific spaces. Energy action allows you to improve other actions or their value. The astronaut action allows you to modify the value of the number of the chosen combination before you write it down by adding or subtracting 0, 1 or 2. The planning action allows you to fill in an additional space with an X on the same turn beside the space in which you have written down the number of your combination. The spaces filled up with an X are also considered numbered spaces. 4. Incidents. After performing an action, there could possibly be an incident phase. The effects or consequences that can be triggered during the different adventures are resolved at this moment. Accomplish a mission. The 3 mission cards are objectives that have been given to you by the Human Alliance. The first players to fulfill, during the same turn, the requirements of the mission can accomplish it. They write the highest value of the mission card in the corresponding A, B or C space on their sheet. Then the mission card is flipped on the mission accomplished side. From now on, those who accomplish a mission in a future turn will only get its lowest value. You can only accomplish each of the 3 missions once during the game. When you have accomplished a mission, you keep the points you earned, even if you do not meet the requirements anymore later on. Apart from specific endgame conditions specified in the adventure rules, the game ends if one of the players has accomplished all 3 missions, or crossed off all the system error boxes, or filled in all the spaces of the marking area. If you wish to play in a campaign mode and you do not want to have the story spoiled, stop this video and go back to it when the campaign will tell you to. Adventure 8, The Battle. Only 2 systems with inhabitable planets have been found, the twin systems of Neo-Solaris 1 and 2. Therefore, the colonization has begun, but the resources on those planets are too scarce for the entire population. The battle is unavoidable. Your sheet shows the 8 planets to colonize as well as the asteroid belt, and there are 2 scoring areas, on the right and left side of your sheet. In this adventure, you play on 2 sheets that you share with your 2 neighbors. Place an Adventure 8 sheet between you and your opponent on your left. Your left sheet must be oriented with the asteroid towards the center of the table, and the ABC mission scoring boxes must be on your left side. If you are 2 players, it will be easier to set both sheets next to one another in the middle of the table. Choose an insignia, circle, cross, triangle, different from your 2 neighboring opponents. Write down this insignia on the starship near your scoring area on both of the sheets you share. Appoint a captain who will place the captain card in front of their left sheet. They will be in charge of moving the card in front of the other sheet at the end of each turn in order to clearly show which sheet to play on. During the game, you will alternate playing on 2 sheets. On the first turn, each player plays on their left sheet. On the next turn, each player plays on their right sheet, and so on. Thus, players do never play on the same sheet at the same time. In this adventure, you will not write down numbers. Use the number of the combination you picked to draw your insignia on a planet allowing this number. You must draw your insignia in the first available space of the planet, starting with a space with a red outline. If the space in which you draw your insignia has a bonus symbol, you can immediately use it in addition to the action of your combination. Control a planet. As soon as an insignia is drawn in the last space of a planet, the control of this planet is awarded to the player who has the most insignia on this planet. You must also take into account the insignia that has been drawn on the moon of the planet, using the planning action. Then draw on the flag the insignia of the player who controls the planet. In case of a tie, the control of the planet is shared and you must draw your insignia as well as the insignia of your opponent. Circle the planet so you can better see which planets are complete. Plant and water action. On the planet on which you have just drawn your insignia, cross off an available plant symbol with a plant action or an available water symbol with the water action. Then cross off the scoring box of the lowest visible value in the corresponding scoring area. If there are no available symbol corresponding to your action on the planet, then you cannot perform the action. Robot action. With this action, you can mine an asteroid field. For that purpose, draw your insignia on the first available asteroid. If there are one or several bonus symbols on this asteroid, you must cross them off and immediately use them. You must draw your insignia on the asteroids, starting from your side of the sheet, then progressing towards your opponent. Energy action. You can improve the value of the planets that you control. There are 3 types of planets: green, blue, and gray ones. In the scoring area, there is a column for each of the 3 types of planets. Cross off the scoring box with the lowest visible value in the column of your choice. Planning action. In addition to drawing your insignia on a planet with a number of your combination, with this action you can draw your insignia on a moon of a planet of your choice. Then you must cross off the scoring box of the lowest visible value in your planning scoring area. Note that there are only 2 available spots on each moon and that both can be occupied by the same player. You cannot draw your insignia on a moon of a planet that is already complete and whose control has been awarded. Astronaut action. The astronaut action allows you to modify the value of the number of the chosen combination before you draw your insignia, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. Moreover, circle 1 astronaut symbol in your scoring area. On the next turn, in addition to the action of your combination, you can use this circled astronaut symbol as a bonus to modify the value of the number of your combination. When this astronaut symbol is used, cross it off. The use of this astronaut symbol allows you to modify the number, but not circle a new astronaut symbol. Bonus symbols. With a water or plant symbol, simply cross off the lowest scoring box in your corresponding scoring area. With a robot symbol, draw your insignia on the asteroid and immediately use the bonus symbols of this asteroid. with an energy symbol, cross off a scoring box to improve the value of a type of planet. With a planning symbol, draw your insignia on a moon but without crossing off a scoring box in your scoring area. The game ends at the end of the turn if you have accomplished the 3 missions, or if you have crossed off the 2 system arrow boxes on one of your sheets, or if all the spaces of the planets are filled in one of your sheets. You must tally up the scores of both sheets to get your final score, in addition to points earned for accomplished missions and penalty points lost for system errors. Tally up your points in each scoring area as follows. Plants and water. Score the points of the lowest visible scoring box. Planets. Award the control of the remaining incomplete planets, then write down the number of planets of each type that you control and multiply these numbers by the corresponding lowest visible value. Plannings. Subtract the lowest visible value.